Richie, you're my best friend. 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 Richie, why are you so good to us? You always bring us entertainment. We never feel like we're alone. We always got, we always got Richie. We always got Richie. Richie is our friend. Nobody cares, folks. Nobody cares. That's right. Depends what pocket I go into. Nobody cares. What's in my pocket? What's in this pocket? What's in these pockets? Ask your mother. That's right. That's right. That's right. Nobody cares. A mild night tonight, 45 degrees, and no wind. So we got that going for us. We got that going for us. Shout out to the Ferminator. The Ferminator just provided a few weeks ago a massive box of cigars. We're getting towards the end of it. This is the Green Hornet. This is Blackwork Studios. Supposedly this is very similar to the, my mind's going, the Killer Bee. But the Green Hornet is a slightly tweaked blend. And supposedly what, I guess the guy that made the cigar says it's a little stronger. Now, is that going to be true or not true? I don't think it matters. I think all that matters is if it's going to be a good time. We're only smoking one tonight, and it's Robusto. So act accordingly. Gentlemen, you may smoke. If you're here, I wish you well. God bless. Watch out for balloons. Watch out for DVD. Watch out for girlfriends that might not be girlfriends. You just don't know anymore. You just don't know anymore. Jason, how you doing? Caleb, how you doing? It has a pretty stout pack, but doesn't feel super heavy for its size. I did make sure that the humidity on the cigar, I don't like to have them so moist, where the band feels like it's going to explode, which means all the tobacco is swollen with moisture, which means worse burn, less combustion, which means less exciting flavor. I just can't stress it enough. It's got some coolness going on, whatever that. It is, it's an Ecuadorian something wrapper, I thought it said. But then it also has a little bit of candela going on. I don't know where or how much. If it's the whole length, I don't know. It does cover the foot a little bit. And then we also got, the rest is going to be Nicaraguan. So, yeah, you know I recommend Blackwork Studios. You know I enjoy them as a brand. Although their advertising, lots of times Blackwork Studios uses a lot of diabolical imagery, which it kind of makes you feel maybe they're into the darker arts. There you go. But it's good for you. Nonetheless, let's smoke. I'm not going to warm this cigar up because it has a foot covering. I want to taste it. Very grassy. It is a Candela foot cover. Not crazy about that Candela, are you? Normally, I'd warm the cigar up before I start puffing on it. But when you have a foot covering, the intention is to taste the cigar before it hits the filler and just taste that wrapper covering the foot. Is that a gimmick? I don't know. Yes, no. Nobody cares. Hey, I'm going to let you in a little secret. Life was going on before you came here, and life will be going on after you leave. Act accordingly. The jaw is good. The smoke output is good. If you just puff on the cigar, it felt like a medium strength stick. But when I held that smoke, holy shit! No joke. Holding that smoke, no joke, full strength. And that's a difference. I can't stress it enough. You can't just puff on the cigar. You got to hold the smoke to see the real intention, the real capability. It's like in life. You might see someone and they might be soft-spoken, but they might just be a monster with traction control, right? Like, if someone's being polite, it doesn't mean that they're not capable. Okay? Check yourself. Holding that smoke, it is very strong. Holding the smoke is full strength, but just puffing on it is medium. When you hold that smoke, that cigar gets very spicy. Lots of jalapeno and red pepper and black pepper. Holding that smoke, that cigar is a spice bomb. But if you just puff and don't, but it needs you to hold it to settle in. Quite interesting. It's almost passive on the puff, heavy on the finish. It is what it is. Nutty and earthy as well. So, it doesn't feel like a crazy, super exotic strawberry and celery blend. It's not that kind of party. It's not, but it's unique enough how the flavor's hitting you. I got to give that to it. Like I said, if you're just puffing on this cigar, like most people just puff, they don't hold the smoke, you're going to get an illusion that it's not that strong. You hold the smoke on this, and it is intense. I can't stress it enough. The finish quite long in the tongue. It is an exciting cigar as far as the feeling, the intensity. Okay? Yeah. It's on the darker side, but it's not like the cigar is getting all of its strength from just pitch black darkness and heaviness, It's kind of like, what is it, what does something getting the power from? Weight or velocity? Mass or velocity? I guess the combination of both would be energy or the power. But you get what I'm trying to say. So this is, let's equate a spiciness of the cigar to velocity. And let's equate darkness of the cigar to mass. So it's more of a faster bullet. Jeremy, what's up? Tonight we're doing no visitors, one and done Robusto. Sometimes it's just easier for me this way. When I'm trying to get people on, or who to choose, who to have on, Richie's got feelings. Sometimes I need a break from you all, and you guys need a break from me. Maybe you don't. Oh, Richie, why are you always picking me to come on the show? No, nobody's saying that. Nobody cares. So it is what it is. I'm just a guy in a Toyota Corolla, and you're just a person. I don't know. Here's what it is. Uncle Larry, what's up, bro? Johnny smokes. Johnny, what are you smoking? It's not alive right now. We're not live, Jeremy. This is just this is a pre-recorded video, but I guessed who was going to be here, so this is just a video. That's all. It just, this way is better for reviewing. Do you understand what I'm saying, though? No guest is better for reviewing because when I have a guest, they're talking, I'm listening, I'm talking to them, and what am I not doing? I'm not paying attention to the cigar, right? I'm not paying attention to the cigar, right? Right? Shout out to Big Firm. Appreciate this cigar. It's really a good cigar. It's quite a potent cigar. Yeah, you got to do it. Take 2 days. Take 2 days. Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Eat a lot of fruit. Eat a lot of don't don't eat like dry fruit. Eat a lot of you know what I'm saying? A lot of water. Eat grapes, peaches, cherries, kiwis. You know, get some shit like that. Don't eat McDonald's. That stuff is evil. It is what it is. Could notice too if I only wanted to smoke one cigar tonight, but it's only Robusto. So if I did a live with guests, those things go long. And look, I don't need to explain myself. I'm the captain of the show. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain. I'm the Richie. I can't believe you made a decision without consulting the dome. You work for me. You got that? Who's your boss? Who's your boss? Who signs your checks? Huh? 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 Who's your boss? I'm just playing around. But you gotta have fun with it. You gotta joke around. Richie, I don't like you. You're being too aggressive tonight. It is what it is. It's always what it is. I'm just happy it's not 80-mile-an-hour wind right now. Ah, Gio, look at this guy. Would somebody send this guy to the dome? Oh, he's got a wrench. Look at you. I guess you could call that a wrench. Gio, why are you so mean to me? Why are you being so mean to me? Gio, I love you so much, Gio. But you bring me lots of pain. You bring me lots of pain, my friend. Lots of pain. Uncle Richie, you son of a bitch. Getting very salty as well. It's a really good cigar. It's a pretty potent cigar. You hold the smoke on that, and it gets pretty strong. If you just passively puff, you're going to get medium, medium plus. My recommendation is don't smoke this unless you want to hold the smoke and get the full power. Burn's going well, ash is super flake, so it is what it is with that. I really like this stick. Now, do I like this stick better than the Killer Bee? I don't know yet. Off the bat, I want to say I prefer. Off the bat, I want to say I prefer the Killer Bee. Off the bat. Because even if this is a little strong, wow, it's really picking up. Yeah, it's stronger than the Killer Bee. Holy shit! Is that the different size? Is this the one Killer Bee in the same size? No, this is not the Killer Bee. It's the Green Hornet. No. Jeremy, Killer Bee is the blend. Green Hornet is the blend. So Green Hornet is a tweaked blend of the Killer Bee. I believe the Killer Bee came first, and what I read was the Green Hornet was an event-only cigar, and they made it a few years ago for for regular production. It's definitely harder to find the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet is basically, from what I've read, is a tweaked, slightly stronger version with some Candela shit on it to make it unique. So no, it's not. I know what you're saying by that. Some cigars have different names of cigars per size. This is not the case. This is a different version of the Killer Bee. But the Green Hornet is in the line. Picture if Green Hornet. It's going to sound sacrilegious, but if Green Hornet, if Killer Bee was Opus X, the Green Hornet would be a different version of Opus X. I don't know if that's a plane coming right now, or is that a balloon with a flashlight? Is that a balloon? Is that a balloon up there? What the hell is that? Is that a balloon? I don't know. We'll find out in about 3 seconds. This is for Ohio, you motherfucker. You got the Air Force pilot. This one's for Ohio. It's like, wait, didn't we do Ohio to ourselves? Shut up, conspiracy theorists. Yeah, just give some more money to Ukraine. What about Ohio? Sorry, hi, you reached the helpline. You're not available for. You're not available for help. We're in Ukraine right now, giving them another $500 million and other cool swag. That's okay. It's all about Ukraine. I can't stress it enough. What a scam. What a scam. I got to tell you, man, the smoke output on this is impressive. And the strength on this is quite impressive. Strength is never flavor. Strength is never flavor. Strength is never flavor. And I'll explain what I mean. A classical pianist playing a C chord and a heavy metal rock band using a C chord. Let the C chord be the flavor. Let the style of music be the strength. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The flavor is the instrument. The strength is how loud you're playing the instrument. Do you understand now? Flavor is not indicative to anything but strength at all. At all. Bam, bam. The finish is how long the flavor lasts after you let go. What's up, Max? How's your balls? So if that helps you out, Johnny Smokes, you got flavor. Profile. Flavor is each individual note. Profile is all the notes combined. Darkness meter is all those notes combined. Does it feel on the darker side of cigars or the lighter side? So you understand individual flavor, profile, all the flavor combined, and with all the flavor combined, does it feel like a scary dark cigar or not? You get what I'm trying to say. Then you understand bass playing. You understand bass. You got it. You got it, my friend. Bass player. All right, let's play a game. Bass player. What notes are in a C sharp minor? Bass player. What notes are in a C sharp minor? What notes are in an A major chord? What notes are in a G major chord? What about an F minor chord? What about a B flat? What about D? What about a D7 chord? What about an E7 chord? What about an E flat? What about an E flat? E flat minor. What about a C7 or a C major 7? I'm just busting your balls. Richie, what are you talking about? You think I'm all just looks and big balls? Is that it? And conspiracy theories? We're knowledgeable with cigars? He's like, bro, I'm just doing the bass line. I get you, man. It's different. It's different, you know. I know. If you guys don't know about music, bass is it's different. You do the bass. Bass player. Okay, but here's the thing, though. I knew a lot of guys in New York that were bass player and guitar player, so they play chords. Excuse me, all right? Excuse me. I thought you knew your chords, all right? He's like, bro, I am the bass player. No, we had way too much snow, okay, over here. Yeah, I heard some major storms going to happen this week. It's probably because of Ohio with all those chemicals. We're going to get like chemical snow, which chemical snow sounds like a good cover band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chemical Snow out of East Palestine, Ohio, with their new song, Rain on Me, Pfizer. he said, he, he said, I'm the guy from New York. He's like, bro, I'm not from New York. I don't play guitar. He's like, I'm a bass player. Did you assume that I play guitar as well? Hmm. Zach, you got issues. You got a lot of issues, Zach. You got a lot of issues, my friend. Hey, folks, the park is closed. This is a loading and unloading area. Cigar is spicy. It's quite dark. It's about 75% darkness, almost 80. It's a stout cigar. It's a stout. It's kind of a funny little stick, though. Like all the flavor combined, even though it's not an exotic cigar, it's not going to feel like a traditional strong Maduro cigar that you're used to. I can't stress that enough. Um, I wouldn't call it exotic. I wouldn't call it a comfortable wheelhouse. Somewhere in between, I would say like unique. Cigar's kind of unique. It's just different enough from like, the standard, let's say Maduro strong cigars you might get earth, black pepper and chocolate and something else. Um, it's different. Blackwell Studios, they're a good boutique brand. I do enjoy that about them. They're tweaked just enough to be like, they're worth buying again. So it is what it is with that. It is what it is with that. But it's it? Best cigar is Puro Authentico 2.0. What is Puro Authentico? Gail Sack, what are you smoking right now? What are you smoking? What are you talking about? You talking about Puro Ambar 2.0? The Puro Ambar? That was terrible. Don't even talk about that. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what right now. I'll tell you what right now. Why don't you go look for it over there? All right. Why don't you go look for what I smoked? You got a little break right now. Why don't you go? Why don't you go back to my library and watch that video for a couple of minutes just by looking at the fucking heading, and then you can figure out what I smoked. So before you tell me what I smoked yesterday, why don't you know what I smoked yesterday if you're going to tell me what I smoked yesterday? I think I know what I smoked yesterday. You got that out? No, why don't you tell me? I thought you said you wanted to drink Spider. No, I thought you said you didn't want to drink Spider. What do you mean I didn't want to drink? Did you ask me if I didn't want to drink? No, I thought you said you were okay, Spider. You stuttering prick. You. What can I say? I'm a good shot. All right, it's a good cigar. Now back to Max. I understand that. You need a break. If you're only doing strong, heavy cigars, your tongue's going to get blown out, especially if you're smoking a cigar every day. There's a reason for Connecticut's, man. I can't stress enough. Connecticut shade, take a break once in a while. Take a break. Yeah, that sounds good. Sack got sacked. You got it. it. The spice is really heavy. Lots of black pepper and jalapeno. So, is this cigar for newbies? Yeah. Be a man. Change it up. Get a strong cigar in your life. Don't be such a wimp. Nah, no, I don't recommend this cigar for newbies. But I'm going to be honest. This cigar, this version is stronger than the regular Killer Bee. I mean, not leap years ahead, but it's stronger. That being said, I feel the profile on the Killer Bee is more delicious. So if you see the Killer Bee and the Green Hornet, understand my advice. The Killer Bee is going to be a little more well rounded. The Green Hornet's going to be the stronger version, though. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you do what you want with it. They're both great cigars. If I had to choose, though, it would be the Killer Bee for personal use. It is what it is. Yeah. Right now it's 80% darkness, so it's a pretty dark, strong cigar. Don't let the cigar twist you, man. You see a little bit of that candela, candela on the foot. That's a trap. That's a trap. Damn, you could feel this cigar. It got pretty dark and spicy, man. Wowza, wowza. It's funny. The Blackwork Studios Green Hornet is stronger than the number eight. What was that? The La Bamba. Uh, what was the La Bamba cigar we reviewed? It was called La Bamba what? Warhead. The Warhead number eight. What a disappointment that was. What a disappointment. I still can't believe the Warhead number eight was weak. And that was not just the size. The size definitely affected that blend, being a Gordo. But I mean, the cigar had like almost no balls. So if you see the Warhead number eight, pass. I mean, if you're looking for a strong cigar, yeah, good cigars. The Padron 90, it's a master class cigar. It's on my list. The Padron 90s are fantastic. I prefer the Padron 90 to Maduro over Padron 80 to Maduro. And I'm going to say this from my personal choice. When I'm smoking Padron, period, if you said, what do I prefer, the natural or Maduros? It's the Maduros for me, period. Well, I still smoke a Padron natural, like at 64 or 26. Yes, if that's the only option. But I can't stress it enough. Unless I'm feeling in a real odd mood, if I'm smoking Padron 26, it's Maduro. Yeah, and for guys, like we were talking about here, for guys, if you're looking to switch it up from always smoking real strong shit, Cameroon is a perfect cigar. Cameroon's going to be a little stronger and darker than a Connecticut shade, but Fuente Cameroon and the Hemingway size, I'm sorry, Hemingway blends, or the Hemingway, I'm sorry, or the Don Carlos, fantastic. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There are a few Maduro cigars that are not going to kick your ass and are not strong, but have plenty of flavor, medium, medium plus, depending on the size. And you need to try the Hemingway Maduros. I don't care if it's short story, signature, work of art. you need to try the Hemingway Maduros. You also need to try the Ashton aged Maduro. Once again, with the caveat, if you're looking for a Maduro cigar, but not to kick your ass. So I can't stress it enough. Cigar Obsession Second Third is a great Cameroon. Wait, Cigar Obsession has a cigar? What are you talking about, Zach? Did Cigar Obsession pay you to come over here? You better explain yourself. Cigar Obsession has his own cigar? Did you actually ask me that? How is the Alec Bradley Shamrock cigar? Hold on, hold on. How is the Alec Bradley cigar? What? Did you? Hold on, Zach. Did you ask me about Alec Bradley? Zach, did you ask me about Alec Bradley? Did you really, Zach? Did you ask me about Alec Bradley? All right. Look, I'm going to make it real clear. Don't ask me about Alec Bradley. Don't. Save yourself a trip to the lounge. Don't ever ask me about Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, Steve? What about the Sharks, though? Are we talking about Fuente Sharks, or are we talking about we talking about Dark Sharks? Yeah, any Fuente Shark is ridiculous. Any Fuente Shark, the Don Carlos, the Opus Destino Shark, the Anejo Shark, fantastic. Yeah. Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy. Do you want to go hang out with Zach, Jeremy? He said, what about the H. Upman? My AJ Fernandez? Uh, no. No. It's all right. Jeremy, you got insurance. Jeremy, you got a license. You got a wrench. Uh, hold on, Jeremy. You know what, Jeremy? I'm not going to send you to the 300 Club. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. No, Jeremy, I wouldn't do that. No. Well, the Herencia cigar I had way back in the day, but I can't recall. Jeremy, you said you wanted to go to the club, but you lost your wrench. Where's your wrench, Jeremy? Something's different, Jeremy. Did you get a different haircut? Did you trim the beard, Jeremy? What's different? Jeremy, what happened to you, Jeremy? Jeremy, what happened? Hold on, Notorious. What happened to Jeremy? What changed? Could someone tell me what happened? What happened? What happened? Jeremy, you still here? He said, "Come at me, bro." Just said, "Don't test Richie." See, here's the thing, Jeremy. You begged me, Jeremy, to send you to the dome. I'm not going to send you to the dome. Gio's going to send you to the dome. Gio, 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 send Jeremy to the dome. Gio, if you don't send Jeremy to the dome, Gio, you're going to lose your wrench. And then I'll get someone to dome you. It's that simple. Gio, you got 5 seconds. Ah, checkmate. Checkmate. He said, "What are you going to do, Richie?" I'm not going to do nothing. I'll send one of my soldiers. Gio, you did a good job. You did a good job. You did a great job. But here's the thing, Gio. Gio, you did that job a little too well, Gio. How could I trust you, Gio? Gio, if you're just going to whack Jeremy like that, Gio, you whack Jeremy just like that without even asking questions? Can I really trust you now, Gio? Can I trust you? Gio, you here? Gio, you sent Jeremy, my friend, to... Hold on a second. Hey, Gail Sack, why don't you send Gio to the dome? You hear me, Sack? Sack, here's your opportunity, Sack. I want you to send Gio to the dome. Go ahead, Sack. I'll let you do it. Nobody else do it. Go ahead, Sack. You click on the name. You click on the name, and then you send him to the dome. Go ahead, Sack. Let Sack have some fun. Sack takes punishment for everyone here. Go ahead, Sack. How about that now? How about that? How about that, huh? Wow. Gio, I hope you remember that for the rest of your life. Sack sent you to the dome. And that's what you get for sending Jeremy to the dome. Jeremy, when you come back, Jeremy, I have your wrench waiting for you. Full pardon, Jeremy, and all your rights restored. Okay? So when Jeremy, you come back, don't worry, I have a wrench. Gio, I don't know. When you say favorite cigar, bro, I mean, this I can't answer that. Yeah, the greatest cigar I ever had, but that's not to say irrelevant, but that's so hard to find and expensive, and more hard to find than expensive. That yeah, the greatest experience I had. The greatest experience I had was the Fuente Dubai Opus X Dubai 2017. Uh, that one, yeah, but and that was sent to me by Jeremy. Extremely expensive, and even more rare than expensive. So that's it with that. But once again, that's so hard to find and so expensive. When you say what's my favorite cigar, you mean what's my favorite cigar to smoke now or ever had? Because I can't get the Opus X 2017 Dubai. I can't get it. I can't I can't just be affording boxes of that. I got child support. I can't lay out $1,200 for a box. So it is what it is. So what it was my best cigar I ever had, and what's my favorite to smoke, it really is two different things. You know what I'm saying, though? It's kind of like a lot of guys. If you said, hey, who do you have sex with? And a lot of guys would say, oh, my wife or my girlfriend. Or both, their wife and their girlfriend. But if you asked that same guy, who would you want to be having sex with, most men would not be saying their wife. Do you understand the difference? What you have and what you want are generally not the same. Yeah, if I could get it, yeah, it'd be the Dubai 17. But that being said, it wouldn't. Even though the Dubai 17 was the greatest experience I had to date, it wouldn't be the only cigar I want to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? What's up, bro? Joey, what's up? I mean, I like variety. There's so many great cigars. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be stuck with only one. Although if I was stuck with Dubai for the rest of my life, dude, I wouldn't be complaining. It'd be phenomenal. But that's also not realistic as well either. Like nobody has an endless Dubai. Nobody in this world could smoke Dubais for the rest of their life. It's just not possible. Unless you're smoking one cigar a month and you have like, 10 boxes, sure, until you die. But I'm just saying, like, those are rare and expensive, and they're really rare. And they're limited because I don't think they're making any more. This cigar's really spicy, and it got really dark. Wowza. Lots of black pepper and jalapeno, and I mean immense. Hey, I'm tasting jalapeno in my nose. Wow. Oof. It's like if you took jalapenos and you lit them on fire. Man, I don't know, man. That's putting me on the spot. You're making Richie work, man. That's too much work. Top five on island now. I don't want to say top. I could just tell you a couple of cigars I would like to have. I don't like to have a list like in a row because then two sounds like it's always greater than three. But when you get to like the top shelf shit, to me it's like they're all godlike cigars. So that's like saying, well, Royal Release, Andalusian Bull, um, you know, we can go all up there. David of Nicaragua, Padron 90th. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Jeremy. And Jeremy, here's the thing. I have a new option. Jeremy, you're not just a wrench, Jeremy. Jeremy, you have a manager wrench. I mean, dead serious. Jeremy, when I reinstated you, there's standard moderator and a managing moderator. Jeremy, did you hear me, Jeremy? Jeremy is a managing moderator. There's a difference. Did you get that? Andalusia Bull's fantastic. You know, any of Padrones I love, 64 and up. I can't say top five. I don't want to say top five. I'm not going to tell you five. I'll just tell you cigars I love. But you look at my list. Look at my list, my friend. Look at my list. Look at my list. Go to my top 25. Yep. Jeremy is a managing moderator. There's a difference. Jeremy could erase people's words. Managing moderators. What's up, bro? Gio. Gio, I made you a managing moderator as well. Gio, you're not just a moderator, Gio. You're a managing moderator. You have more power, Gio. Congratulations. Look at my top 25, which is like 90 cigars, and I'd be happy with any of them. But, I could tell you brands. Yeah, if I was stuck to like five brands, though, that makes it easier. Because even though one cigar might have a better cigar that I love, but maybe I don't love the whole brand. Like I love Davidoff. I love Fuente from Hemingway up. I love Padron from 64 up. I love Aganorsa. No, I do love Aganorsa, but not as much as what's the Honduran one? Aladino. I love Aladino. You know, you know. Yeah. So I mean, there's so many great cigars, but you know, there's more great cigars than great brands. Because, for example, like I've had some great cigars in CAO, but not the whole brand is great. But most CAOs are pretty good. There's been a few within CAO that are like, man, but it's not a high end brand per se. It's not known for high end luxury stuff. I'd have to if I had to narrow it down to one brand that I think is the most influential brand. I'll say it right now. The most influential brand in all cigar history is Rocky Patel. Rocky, 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 Rocky. He said, Rocky Patel, the greatest blender in the history. That was a joke. No. Yes, that dude. You listen, Rocky Patel's great for newbies. Rocky Patel, look, and here's the thing, like, a lot of his stuff is not even cheap anymore, so I don't know why people, like, if you're going to buy a $15 Rocky Patel, right? No, he has some good cigars, guys. Look, I mean, but what I'm trying to say is if you're going to spend $15 to $20 on a Rocky Patel, I can get Milano V from Maduro for 11. I can get Ashton VSG for 14. I can get Diamond Crown Maximus for 12. I can get Fuente Opus X Power Ranger for 16.99. I'm sorry, 15.99. So you get what I'm trying to say. Like, when Rocky Patels were all under $8, you're like, whatever, $7, $8 cigar, okay. Even then, it wasn't crazy about all of them. His prices have gone up, and like everyone else, so it's like, you know, oh sure, he's a great part of the community. I give you that. And he's pro cigar, sure, but I'm not a Rocky Patel fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Perdomo fan. I'm not an Alec Bradley fan. And I'll just be honest. Now, within Perdomo, has there been a few Perdomos that I've enjoyed? Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Within Rocky Patel, has there been a few Rocky Patels that I've enjoyed? Yes. That being said, other cigars uh, in the same price point I'd rather have? Yes. Yeah, it's yeah. If you mean by like the old Gurkha way, yeah. But I will say this, and I'll defend newer Gurkhas. The Stella Reserves are good cigars. The Marquesa is a good cigar. The Havana Legend wasn't bad. Um, the Nicaragua and the 30th anniversary, those are Aganorsa cigars. So some of the newer Gurkhas that are store only that you could buy on the internet, but they're a brick and mortar blend. That's the primary purpose. Um, if you're getting older Gurkhas on Cigar International for 20 cigars for 15.99, yeah, those are the garbage ones. Because back in the day, the guy that owned Gurkha, he licensed the name to Cigar International, and Cigar International just fills them with garbage cigars and uses the name. That's what happened, and that's where they went wrong. So it was good for newbies because you're like, man, 20 cigars for $10. You know. Now I would agree with you to a certain extent. Like cigars are subjected to the user, But that being said, if somebody came in and said they love Quorum cigars, it might be true for them, but realistically, it's not true for majority of cigar smokers. Now, if you're just buying Quorum cigars because they're super cheap and you're smoking 10 cigars a day, I don't think you're tasting flavor anymore. So then, who cares, right? So, you know, of course, everyone's going to like what they like, but once again, for someone to say Rocky Patel beats Davidoff, I would question your sanity. If somebody said Rocky Patel beats Padron, I would question your sanity. Now, are there individuals out there that would rather have a Rocky Patel over a Padron 26? I'm sure somebody out there does, and especially even at the same price, because they got Rocky Patels that cost as much as a Padron 26. But for me, I wouldn't even think twice. If I'm looking at a $20 Rocky or a $20 Padron 26, I'm smoking Padron 26. But hey, you do what you want. Does that mean if you're blackout drunk at McDonald's, tastes like a five-star restaurant? I was like, yeah, I guess so. He said, okay, I'll buy some Gurkhas. Do I really have to do this? Richie forces my hand. Nah, bro, you do what you want. I I didn't say that, okay, the Stella Reserves, the 15, 18, 21, yeah, those are good cigars. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be, beating super high-end cigars. Um, the Gurkha Nicaragua is good. The Trienta is good. And the Gurkha Pure Evil is good. The Pure Evil is a pretty strong cigar. So, I mean, like I said, a lot of the newer stuff they're making with Aganorsa and Oliva. Gio, you're already free, Gio. Is that all you got, Gio? Gio, is that all you got? Yes. I believe Jeremy said he tried it and he loved it. I have not tried the high end, my father. I did the Garcia and Garcia, and that was phenomenal. I'm getting a lot of time with this cigar. Um, it is burning quite slowly. We're almost an hour in, and maybe I started about 45 minutes ago. So, quality cigar, great burn. I just put the regular Antilles. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good cigar, man. But here's the thing, Notorious. Did you know there's a Maduro version, Notorious? There is, I don't know if it's a sun grown either, but I'm positive there is a Maduro version of the Antilles. Okay, yeah. So there's a Maduro version. That's really good. I like that even better. For my purposes, I prefer the Antilles in the Maduro. You should check that out. But hey, no, I got the Maduro. Well, maybe in your area. When I was in New York, they had the Maduro everywhere. But once again, that's New York. New York, New York has everything, man. When it comes to cigars, bro, like, dude, they have so much selection in New York. That's a lot of New York and Florida, Tampa, maybe Vegas. I'm gonna drop that ash, and the ash is gone. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, I mean, the West Coast, and you're on the Northwest Coast. You know, that's like that's like the farthest place in America probably for shipping, right? So you probably get the least amount for certain things, right? I don't know. But then again, our friend Bearded Dad, he lives in like a little more remote area of Illinois, and he's saying a lot of the shops by him. He's Bearded Dad said the shops by him pretty much never have the opus. the Opus X. The spice on this got so strong, I had to drink a glass of water. That's quite interesting. Um, this cigar is really a spicy cigar. It's really a strong cigar. Uh, will it kick your ass? I don't know. But if you're not holding the smoke, you're going to miss out on a lot of the, I guess, intention. Oh, that's the problem too, my friend. In Canada, you're paying massive taxes, and you can't have advertisement bans, right? You can't have the ban in Canada, which is if you when they got rid of the bans in Canada, right? How do you know you're smoking the real cigar anymore? That right? If you're at a Canadian cigar lounge and you're paying $75 for a cigar, can you imagine not having a ban? Yeah, right. So if you're a cigar shop, dude, you could be getting Quorum cigars and being like, here you go, here's your Cohiba. That's a funny shit. That's it. You said 8 by 80. 8 by 80 what? 8 by 80 my father's? What are you talking about? Hmm. Yeah. I'm guessing that is cigars in Cuba cheaper than Canada? I'm guessing yes. Oh, some off-brand. No, I wouldn't. I would. You're not catching me smoking 8 by 80. Are you saying that? Are you saying that the cigars in Cuba, the Casa del Habano, are they cheaper than in Canada? Interesting. Yeah. 8 by 80 quorum. Interesting. Oh, they're still expensive. They're still expensive in Cuba. Crazy. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, it's not for me. Man, that's a spicy hot cigar. I just like how you say that. He's like the Mitts. The Mitts. You know what? I've heard that too. I have 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 heard that too. Somebody say that, especially for the darker Cuban cigars, they can't grow a lot of strong, darker wrappers. They're getting stuff from Nicaragua. That's what communism does. Communism is good for the government, and it's bad. It's bad for the people. That's a sad place. I will not be relocating to Cuba. Interesting. Yeah, and I heard the worst Cubans go to, is it true, Asia? It's just funny how, like, there's so much different, you know. I mean, what he's saying is not totally false. Monte Fortuna, which is that big Cuban company, I don't know where, Switzerland, wherever they're out of, they got caught. Monte Fortuna, the cigar obsession guy, he promotes that channel, whatever that website. Monte Fortuna got caught, and they sell only Cuban cigars. Monte Fortuna got caught selling fake Cubans. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And look, you have more experience. You're from Canada. he's he's like he's like they're all bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Monte Fortuna, right? A legitimate cigar seller got caught selling fake Cuban cigars for full price. Yeah. They say now they're double checking their cigars. They're double checking. Yeah. Imagine paying, imagine paying $2,000 for a box of Cohibas. Now, no Cohibas are worth $2,000 for a box. I'm going to tell you that much. Okay. Now, if you want to get them, God bless. I can't do that. But no box of Cohibas is worth $2,000. I don't think really any box of cigars is worth $2,000. Some guys come home from Cuba and they're smoking bananas. Yeah, exactly. The fake cigars are worth more money. Oh shit, that's the crazy shit, my friend. Look, from the get go, when I got into cigars, from what I heard, is that there are more fake Cubans on the market than real. Uh, you know, you gotta be mindful. If you don't know how to check the dates, the box codes, from what I hear, there's 4 areas out of Cuba that they ship cigars. I don't know. I mean, but you got to be like a detective to make sure you're not getting fakes. And even then, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I know bands could be faked, right? Because okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this is what I mean by bands. Cuban bands could be faked. I'm not saying the band is fake, but who's printing the Cuban bands with the holograms, right? And the black light symbol. Somebody's got to be able to get them and just put them on. And then if you just trust the Cuban brand with the holograms and the black light, right? Because the black light shows the hologram in black light. Can't somebody just buy the bands? I'm sure they can. Who's printing the bands? Who prints the bands for the security bands for Cubans? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, yeah, exactly. He said in many cases, and he's from Canada. He says in many cases the bands are real, but on a fake cigar. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, where there's a will's a way, man. And now with the prices of Cubans so high, if you're a counterfeiter, right? Let's just say if you're a counterfeiter, you could just start buying cigars at Dominican Republic, get the bands, right? And a lot of guys buy Lucy's, right? Yeah, just sell Lucy's. Yeah, we got Monte Cristo number twos. That's it. we're selling, 5-pack of Lucy's, $100. People will buy it all day. People will buy it all day. You could just sell Lucy's. Right. You want to know my problem? Even if I had the money to buy Cuban cigars, that's too much work. That's too much work. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, if you met a girl tonight at a bar, and she's like, look, and you're like, hey, are you a woman? And she's like, yeah, get a black light. I'll prove it. And you're like, it's too many fakes. It's too many fakes. No, look, check my box code. No, really. No, really. Go on the Habanos website. You're like, nah. You don't want to take a fake Cuban to bed. It's got a tight draw. Yeah, but I did notice that when I'm smoking real Cubans that I bought or people have provided, the Cuban ash is definitely very flaky. It's a very weak, flaky ash. Look, guys, going back to what I was talking about. If it's raining outside and there's water getting in your house, it's not the rain's fault. You got a bad roof. And if you're in a relationship with a bad woman, don't blame the water for coming into the house. You need to blame the roof. You need to get a new roof. You got to get a new roof. If you're with a bad roof, if you're living under a bad roof, you need to rip off the old roof and get a new roof. Now, by law in New York, I think they could do 3 roofs before you have to remove them. But that's a bad idea, just to put new shingles over old shingles. Too much weight on the roof. You get a lot of snow, you can have the roof collapse. The rain's going to do its job. The rain is like a guy. You know what I'm saying? No, guy's always going to be a guy. He's going to do his job. So if you come home and there's a puddle in your house, don't get mad at the rain. You need to worry about your roof. Okay? You got to get a new roof. I can't stress. You got to get a new roof. Is what it is. All right? Don't worry about where PG is. PG is wherever he wants to be. PG's relaxing. PG's making rice, okay? And that's that. Hey, what's up, Evan? Holy shit! The level of spice in my nose from this cigar, it's like wasabi level. You know when you have wasabi and you feel in your nose like, oh, it's just clearing your sinuses? Not for newbies. Where would I put this cigar? 4.3. It is a solid cigar. It's tasty. But you have a good one, brother. But it's a strong cigar. It's strong from a lot of complex spice. And it's got other things going on, but the majority of this profile is a lot of spice. If you're into that, you're going to love this cigar. But hold the smoke. Let's hold the smoke one more time. That is spicy. I don't know, Gio. Why don't you do your own homework? Gio, I made you a managing moderator. I made you a managing moderator. I don't know exactly what that means. Why don't you Google the definition? You're a managing moderator. Okay. Then what happened to Big Firm? Is Big Firm alive? Gio, you're trying to flex too much. You're flexing. You're flexing too much. Wow. A managing moderator. You can moderate the moderators. It's powerful. Powerful. He's driving. Ferminator, I'm going to make sure I remove your wrench, Ferminator. Ferminator, I have taken away your wrench, Ferminator. But, Ferminator, I have made Ferminator a managing moderator. Ferminator, you're now a manager. Big Firm, you're a managing moderator. Did you hear me, Big Firm? This cigar is good to the nub. Quite salty as well. This is a very tasty cigar. 4.3. I would recommend it. But with the caveat, it is a strong cigar. If you don't like spice, don't smoke this cigar. If you love spice, you'll love this cigar. It is what it is. Nobody cares. I had a good day. I had a nice dinner with the missus. Clapped some cheeks. I had a good day. I can't complain. I could complain, but it doesn't matter. I had a good day. I had a good day. I did what I had to do. Interesting. I'm sure Sacco's having a great time on this trip. I'm sure Sacco's having a great time. God bless Sacco, wherever you are, Sacco. Sacco's in the Dominican Republic. Hopefully there's no balloons flying over there. I'm looking for balloons. I'm on balloon patrol. You see any balloons? Look at that balloon up there. Watch out. It's a great cigar. Cuba, Nicaragua is a great cigar. I remember when that cigar came out. That was a big impact because that was a pretty strong cigar for Cohiba. That was a big release. I remember when it first came out. Yeah, he deserves it. It's an Opus X balloon. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably having fun down there in the Dominican Republic. You're probably playing like pinata game, but you hit the pinata and like Opus X just comes out in tubes. That way nothing gets damaged. That'd be nice.
Quarters is a balloon free zone. Yeah, that's probably a great trip. All the best to St. Sacco. Everybody back to work tomorrow? Back on the grind? 3-day weekend's over. Yeah, man, that would be nice. Opus X on the house. Yeah, well, don't smoke any Pennsylvania tobacco because that Ohio disaster is right next to Pennsylvania. Did you see? It's right next to Western Pennsylvania. So I don't think anyone should be smoking next year's. You don't want to have any crop next year from Pennsylvania. I mean dead serious. Imagine Pennsylvania crop next year in Pennsylvania soil. They've ruined eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. That's ruined. I would not want to eat any crops from that area. It's going to be toxic. It's going to be toxic. The cigar is going to have a plastic flavor. I'm getting notes of plastic bags and Glock frame. Yeah. There goes Pennsylvania broadleaf. Another one. They ruined it. They ruined it. And there was another big fire today, another warehouse processing plant in Chicago, a massive fire. And only 2 weeks ago, a gigantic processing plant in Chicago burnt down too, to the ground. I mean, these processing plants take at least 2 years to build. Holy cow. You're not going to build a processing plant in 6 months. It's all by design. They're destroying our infrastructure. And what is it going to be replaced with? Well, probably Bill Gates' lab-made meat. Exactly. Exactly. Ooh. It's a Pennsylvania Oscuro Plastico. Oh, the all-new Rocky Patel Plastico. It's a Pennsylvania Puro. Exactly. They're just destroying. How is this happening? You said another at Ohio plant? No one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. I can't stress it enough. Smoke your best shit, guys. Pretty soon you're going to be trading your opus for a can of soup. It's sabotage, you're right. I can't stress it enough. I think we're going to be headed towards a food shortage. Big time. Big time. Stock up on some peanut butter, baby. Even then, does it really matter? You're going to be eating lab grown. I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. All by design. Yep. And that cigar is done. That cigar is done. You won't see that cigar no more. No. Cigars are great, but cigars come secondary to food. If you got no food, you die. When you have no food, you die. When you have no opus, you cry. I'd rather cry than die, okay? I mean, do what you gotta do. But I mean, that's just my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Richie. Yeah. Pretty soon we're going to be reviewing Campbell's soup. Hey guys, shout out to Big Firm. He sent me a can of Campbell's chunky soup. I'm getting notes of chicken broth, potatoes, and carrots. Wow. I'm going to get to live this week. I had a can of soup. That was great. I love soup. Food is good. I'm going to give this can of soup 5 out of 5. Shout out to Jeremy. He sent me a box of Gurkhas full of candy bars. Wow. Yep. 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 All right, guys. I hope everyone has a great night. You stay fresh, okay? I wish you all well. The cigar was really good. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right?